So you've probably seen it on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. There have been ads for it all over the place for like the last 2 or 3 years, where if you order a plot of land from Scotland in Glencoe, Scotland, you can become a lord, laird, or lady, and it gives you the title of that. And this website was Established Titles. Now, I think it's funny as hell that people are just now figuring out what this really is. I myself purchased a plot of land 2 years ago, so I've had this title. If we can not get it. There we go, if you can read it. So it says, this card certifies Lord Justin Reed as the owner of land in Glencoe Wood. Justin Reed may now assume the title of Lord of Glencoe. And it shows a little Glencoe plot with my coordinates to where my plot of land is. Use this card for benefits when you visit the site. HighlandTitles.com. I am a lord. I've been a lord for the last 2 years. I was going to make a video about it whenever I originally bought the title, but I decided not to. This is very clearly a gag gift. I'm well aware of it. This is no different than how it used to be, like, what was it, like 10, 15 years ago, and you could buy a star for like $100, and they'll send you like the coordinates or whatever, and you could just like pinpoint where your star is in the sky. Now, I do think this is incredibly interesting because I've been aware of it, that this hasn't been really a real thing, because technically, if this was real, anybody that owns land in Scotland would be, in fact, a lord or lady or laird or whatever the hell that is. And it's just funny because we're so uncultured here in America, we don't know any different. We just think like, oh boy, this is real. I like to introduce myself to people all the time as like, hi, I'm Lord Reed, nice to meet you. And they're like, what? And I'll just show them the card. I'm like, technically, this is true. Now, at my job, we had to do the pronoun thing a couple weeks ago because, you know, I live in LA, and we have to do the pronouns because it's a very liberal area. So when asked what my pronouns were, I said king and lord. And my HR was like, Justin, we can't do that. So I showed him my card. I was like, well, actually, you can, because technically this is not inaccurate. I like to think of myself as a madman, you know? But, you know, regardless, I think it was a cool little gift I got for myself. You know, I got the little title card I can use around. I think in LA you can put it on your driver's license. So next time I do that, I will be, you know, pursuing that. It's just really funny to me that YouTubers have just now discovered about this whole thing being like a scam, whatever you want to call it. And it's just even more funny that you got specific ones, like, I know there was a couple, I can't remember who they were because they're just like really random YouTubers. But the quartering is one that I always like to pick on because I don't like the quartering. Now, we have a lot of the same viewpoints on a lot of things, but I just find him very obnoxious. I think he's really racist and really sexist. And I know, like, you can just say things that disagree with, like, the mainstream media and the mainstream narrative for a lot of different topics, but I really generally feel like he is, because he's literally a hypocrite. I could make a whole video talking about the quartering, but I don't really like Jeremy. I've wanted to do a parody video about him too, just because he does the same thing. And my favorite thing about him is when PewDiePie went on vacation, and he just, every video he had, you know, Jeremy had to make sure he let you know that, hi, I give Sive a job. Now, I had to take care of Sive when PewDiePie went on vacation. I give this poor black man, this poor black British man, a job. Because he wouldn't have been able to survive without my help, me, the quartering. But the quartering made a video. Sorry. Jeremy, if you ever watch this video, you suck. Just, that's all I gotta say. Which is just sad, because I feel like we could get along, because we like I said, we see eye to eye on a lot of things. I just don't like your demeanor towards most of anything. I think you're kind of a shitty person. You're a big, colossal hypocrite. But whatever. You're really, in my opinion, you're no much better than Keemstar and H3H3, but whatever. Way off topic, way derailing here. This is just me expressing my love for the quartering. He made a video where he was like, I gotta cut ties with my sponsor because I wasn't aware of what I was doing. It's just like, do you guys remember BetterHelp.com? Like, I made a parody of just spoofing that just like maybe a month ago. BetterHelp.com was revealed to be a scam like 2 years ago. And people were still shilling this shit out on their videos as a paid sponsor because they were receiving like, what, $20,000 a month? Or some shit. And they're like, oh yeah, well, you know, you could get therapy online with a person you don't even know. You could just change up a different therapist and just restart all of your progress. It's like $10 a month. It's perfectly legit. Thanks for the ad. This was like literally every YouTuber ever that was doing the BetterHelp. And they're still doing it. They're still doing it and they haven't realized it's a scam. And to me, it's just really disgusting because it's just like, I don't even believe that they don't realize it's a scam. I know for a fact that they know it's a scam. They're just shielding this shit out because they know they get money and impressions if you click the link and if you just put their name in it for a code for a discount or whatever. It's disgusting. Like, if you have a sponsor, you need to know who the fuck you're doing business with. That's how I think. I used to run a business all the time. Or, I'm sorry, I used to run a business for years. I don't know why I said that. But I used to run a business for years. I know what this shit is. You have to know what the fuck you're doing. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, I had no idea that this was a scam company. I put no amount of work into learning anything about said company, and I'm only now cutting ties once it goes out and becomes viral, and people on Twitter find out about it, and YouTube videos start flocking out. And now suddenly I don't want to like lie to my consumers. I don't want to lie to my fan base, my viewers. Bullshit, motherfucker. You knew exactly what you were doing. This is garbage. This is just straight up bullshit. And I know I'll have somebody that makes fun of me like, oh, you bought land in Scotland through a website? Yes, I did. And you know what? I don't care because I think it's fucking hilarious. This is beautiful. I love to just whip this card out and be like, here you go. Certified Lord. Nice to meet you. Peasant. Get on my level. So, not only am I verified on Twitter, I am now a Lord of Glencoe, Scotland. Pushing up daisies here, my friends. I am on top of the fucking world. And ain't shit you can do about it. It's a novelty gift. I mean, at the end of the day, that's just really what it is. If you find amusement in it, I don't see a problem with buying it. It's really no different than, you know, you go into McDonald's buying Happy Meals to get the random toy RNG that you might get for, like, what is it, Black Panther's out right now, but it's really no different. It's a fucking gift. Who cares? I don't know why people are so up in arms about this, because they feel like, oh, I spent my hard-earned money for land in another country, and you never once stop to think, wow, does that mean everybody that lives in Scotland is a lord? Which, fun fact, you can go to, there's a website for France, and you can become an emperor by buying the exact same thing. Might be my next investment, honestly, for being 100% real about this. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And Jeremy, if you do run across this video, I don't know. I feel like we could probably get along, as I've said already, but I just wish you weren't such a colossal hypocrite. Stand by your merit. If you don't like people canceling other people, why you cancel people yourself? It makes no fucking sense. You're a goddamn hypocrite. That's the end of the day. I'm fucking tired. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.